as you start, I think you should listen more. You will have content everywhere.
Okay.
If you are listening a testimony,
Correct.
that is also content.
Very true.
So when I have a lot of content, then I would not run out of lines when I sit to write. So this is the very first advice. Writing should become your habit. If you do it every day, then
Becomes a habit.
you'll be like, you can write anytime.
Even if it's forced, and it's discipline and consistency that over time helps you be and shape.
When you are not open to the suggestions, you are not open to explore. Every writer will have a different perspective to the same line.
Very true.
And when you take their advices, then you are also having those things. So that helps you to build a really, really good songwriting journey.
Welcome, guys. This is the Jaago College official podcast. Finally starting here at the campus itself, and with me is Mr. / Pastor / Teacher Akash Deep. He is a songwriting faculty here at Jaago College campus. He's been with us for the past 2 years, contributed in a lot of amazing, anointed, blessed songs that have come up here at the Jaago Music YouTube. Anything that you're seeing on Jaago Music in the past 2 years, Pastor Akash Deep has a lot of contribution in it. Pastor, welcome. I'd really like to know, welcome to this podcast first of all.
Thank you so much, Josh sir.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and it's an honor to begin with you the
Same
entire
here.
series.
It is also my pleasure to be here. And hello everybody. I'm so happy to be here today.
Superb.
Yes.
Just to start things with, like an icebreaker, I'd like to know, what was your journey to become a songwriter, and how did you really get into that mindset कि हाँ गाने लिखने हैं मुझे?
Yes, for sure. First of all, I'm so happy because we are talking about songwriting here,
Yes.
which is not a topic which is very much talked about. So happy to be here and talking about songwriting mainly. So if I talk about my journey and why I chose to be a songwriter, so there is a lot of inspiration, or there are people who have influenced me, because I didn't want to become a songwriter when I was very young, or I didn't have a dream like that. Okay, I would become a writer, I would write songs.
Okay.
No, even though at some point of time I really loved learning things which somewhere is connected to expressions. In songwriting, most of the times the songwriters would use very, very few words to explain a different world.
Right.
So even though I had interest, but not exactly was a dream to become a songwriter. But in 2022, the bootcamp happened, Jaago College bootcamp.
Okay.
And that was the first bootcamp. And before that, there was an online bootcamp held
Okay.
for 5 days probably. If I remember, 5 days. So I took, I participated in that. So when I attended that session, so there was something that was in my head ki, yeah, this is something big.
The
Songwriting as well as the bootcamp concept.
Okay.
Because I never wrote a song, but when in the first online bootcamp, when Shalan sir, he was trying to he was actually teaching people to how we can write a song, how we can start. And I remember we started from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36. Okay, dry bones.
Okay.
So then I realized, okay, this is not that tough. I can give it a try. So I wanted to be in the offline bootcamp, which was for 30 days.
Okay.
And there were so few challenges that I had to be here, because I was a pastor of a church, and leaving that church for 30 days, it's a challenge actually.
Yeah,
but by God's grace, everything seems like it is opening, like God was opening doors. So I came over here. So moment I stepped into the college, and I'm so grateful to God that I got the best writer of the nation Emmanuel Joseph sir. He taught the way he explained what is the power of
Right.
your pen.
Hmm.
That actually inspired me. Okay, oh my God, this is something powerful. So that inspired me to start writing songs, and this is how my journey started. And I took songwriting as something that I want to pursue
Hmm.
after this boot camp.
Okay.
So this is how it all started in 2022.
Wow. What a journey. I mean, I'm getting inspired. I mean, I wish I could start my entire journey all over again, and I could join in one of these boot camps with everything that is in place at this campus. But yeah. So, I mean, I'd like to start with one of the questions which have been fabricated here. So, it says, how can a songwriter effectively blend Indian classical music with gospel to create a fresh and unique sound? For example, हम जो US में गाने सुनते हैं, you don't hear a lot of unique sounds. Not at all criticizing them. We have been inspired heavily from the West. But 10 सालों में there's not a lot of change. But I've seen producers there in the US using a lot of samples, a lot of instruments, a lot of inspiration from how the entire Indian gospel scene or Indian sound in general जैसे sound करता है, उनसे बहुत inspire होते हैं. And वैसे tones, वैसे चीज़ें, मतलब तबला हो गया, सितार हो गया, ये हो गया, they use it in some of their songs. So why I'm saying the word fusion, so as a songwriter, how can you blend Indian classical music, like how it sounds, along with now अभी का modern जो sound है,
the
modern
sound, yeah.
fresh sound है. I mean, it sounds very interesting. Like if you listen to many of the Indian classical songs which have been remade in today's day and age, I'm taking Bollywood as an example. It sounds really interesting. But as a songwriter, आप कैसे वो implement करोगे?
Okay, yeah. So, first of all, I would really highlight the colors of music that Indian classical music is having.
Okay.
What I mean is the flavor. So, if I talk about Indian classical music, so to be honest, like there is a lot. There is a lot.
Definitely.
Which you do not find in the Western music.
Yeah.
Okay, the music is there, but if you go into Indian classical music, you have ragas, like literally that has modes.
Right.
So that means there is a lot of flavor in it. And at the same time, being an Indian, truly if I listen something for the first time, I feel more connected to the, because this is something that I've been listening around and all. Yes, that is for sure that church today, like have a kind of feel like more of the Western side. More of the Western side.
Heavily influenced.
Heavily influenced, yeah.
Yes.
Heavily influenced. Yes, it is also good actually. It is wonderful. It is very like connecting and simple. But when I say, when we talk about the blend, that has been happening actually. First of all, how we do it, I would just like to tell what are the benefits of it. The reason is, if we blend these musics, I'm in support of it, okay?
Yeah.
Because even I love it.
Okay.
I love it when I listen a completely classical song or a completely song based on a Western melody or like kind of Western side. So I really want to see these two things come together, because I believe when it comes together, it'll be a different flavor.
Right.
It'll be something different feel like. So the benefit is that it has a broader audience.
Okay. Right.
Right. It
Best
has a
of both
broader.
worlds.
Yeah, it is for the both.
Yes.
Because probably sometimes it happens when you love a type of music, you do not want to listen to any other music. Right.
Correct. Very true.
Yeah. But you have your own taste as well as you have something else in that. So definitely you would really love to listen it at least once. So it'll make this fusion will have more audience at different audience can listen to it, like the broader audience, as well as since the two different style are coming together, so there is a lot of experiments in the creative side can be done. And how we usually do it in the songs, most of the times when we sit and compose lyrics, first we have an idea of song. Okay, this is how our song is going to sound like. Maybe not a very clear picture, but have something. Okay, this is how we are aiming to make it. Then it would require some musical elements, or I would say ki you must have some of the basic knowledge of both the sides.
So some kind of musical element which will stand out. Maybe if there's a fusion, if there's an Indian and a Western fusion, for example, or an Indian element like a sitar or a tabla which will stand out, and a Western element like a grunge guitar or some funk electric piano, something that will stand out. So that can be as like your base.
Yes, definitely. When we talk about beats, if we are making a beat, so definitely there can be portion where a drum is coming with the tabla. A drum is coming with the tabla. At the same time, a violin is coming with a kind of probably sitar or something like this. So if we do some and synth, you can even use a different synth with all these sounds which are very Hindustani classical or very classical sounds, and it sounds amazing. Trust me, it sounds amazing. So in order to do that, we must have a bit of knowledge, technical knowledge or musical knowledge to experiment. But it is a great way, I would say, to create something new and creative.
I'd like to just come back to recollect one of these fusions which I've experienced, which has happened here at the campus itself. It's the Hindi version of Praise, and I really loved Titus Bhatti's sequence in the song. So it gives that unique Indian element to it, like the way he's executing his part. So that's actually what I wanted to highlight. So this kind of fusion is like something expected more, and I mean it can do wonders in the entire
Yes, definitely. I completely agree with you. The reason is why, because in a church setup, if I talk about, both the audiences are there. Okay, there is an audience who are like more than 50 or more than 60 sometimes, and they are not so, they do not feel so much connected
to today's
to the music that is produced today. But at the same time, in the same church or in the same congregation, there is a group of young people who listen that the today's music, the today's style of music. So sometimes if we have very old songs which has a kind of very Indian feel, they would because they are not used to it, so they might not feel that connected. Or if it is so much at the western side music, so the old people may not feel connected, but the fusion will satisfy both the audience.
So since we are discussing about Indian classical music and with gospel music in general, how we've been hearing all these years, how can the fusion happen more? Or what can we do in general, or how can we share with our audience that these are the steps, or this is the way that we can execute and bring about like a unique, fresh perspective, fresh music? Because like we discussed, it really sounds very pleasing. I mean, it's different, it's unique.
Yeah, so we can take few steps. Like the very first thing we have to make our mind, okay, this is what we are aiming to produce, or this is something that we are trying to make. And then when you're writing the lyrics, within the lyrics, you can actually probably with that particular mindset, you can write few phrases, or you can even make use of some sargams.
Okay.
That is, I know like it is difficult because we may not know all the sargams and all, but there is always a space where you can have other people on board to help you out for this, right? So if you know somebody who is very good at the sargam, so you can just go
Approach
ahead
them.
with them and share the thought as well as the melody that you have.
Right.
And then these people who are very good at sargam, since you mentioned about praise,
Yes.
so we already had the melody, we already had the feel, and we already had the idea, okay, this is what we are trying to do.
Okay.
And when we went to the Titus Bhatti sir, and we shared with him, okay, then he started his mind, and then on harmonium started, okay, this is the rag, probably this is the place where we can add something. And then he tried something on the harmonium, and finally sargam actually came out. And so you need help of other people at this particular step, which is composition, right? Since you already have this in your mind, and your first step lyrically and composition is done, then it comes to probably making music of it, right? Music of it. And at that particular place, you can exactly share this with the person who is making the music.
Okay.
So they can also add some Indian elements in that, and at this with the drums and normal guitars which are already there in the track. So with that, and then the rest of the things like can go accordingly.
All right.
So these can be the basic steps, like first making your mind, and then exactly finding the people who can help you out if you are not able to do it alone, because there is a possibility, right? So then I think the third step can be music. There again, you may need somebody's help, and you can take somebody's help. And like I think I believe this can be more of a collective work,
very
or
true.
collaborative work.
Yes, collaboration.
Collaboration. It because it gives you more people to help you out in this.
A lot of minds.
A lot of minds are there.
A lot of ideas, creative ideas.
So these can be the steps we can take to do something like that.
So, I mean, with today's Indian gospel songwriting, what are some of the Indian classical music elements that can fit in today's day and age? Like, what do you think?
Okay.
I have heard, I mean, we've all heard Magan. I love how it starts with the harmonium. But for our audience, what are these musical elements that we can add in, and it can just help make the song sound or taste very different, unique, fresh, something new, out of the box?
Okay. So is it about the instrument?
Instruments.
It is about the instrument.
Yes.
Okay.
Instruments or elements.
I can also take an example like that.
Sure.
I think India is the country where you find the variety of music type. If you go into South India, you will find a different drum,
Right.
and different beats, right? And at the same time, if you come to the other parts, probably I would say ki Assam, or West Bengal. So if you see the beat pattern of them, it is entirely different.
Right.
They have their own style, Jharkhand,
Correct.
Chhattisgarh.
Yes.
So first of all, I think we can explore these things, that what are the options we have.
Okay.
We talk about the Magan, as you mentioned. So in the Magan, we have seen some of the instruments that come from the northern part of India.
Okay. For like.
Yeah, like we have a harmonium.
Okay.
And then we have few other instruments that are being played in that Magan, with the guitar, bass guitar, and all this.
Right.
But in order to explore more or do more of it, first of all, I think I would give an advice to explore more. What are the options we have? So probably whenever a music is made, probably they would always have a beat. We always would have a tune, the instrument that makes tunes. The instrument can like create some melodic sounds. So we can keep those things in our mind and explore more instruments that can make different tunes.
Okay.
Like we have actually in especially in India. If I say like in Punjab, there are instruments where there is only one string.
Okay.
Tumbi, we call it tumbi.
Tumbi, okay, right.
We call it tumbi. So there are so many instruments like that. So first, once we explore it, then it definitely requires thinking like creatively that how we can bring the fusion of these two instruments.
Wow.
So we have to make some experiments, try some different things with all these options that we have.
All right.
And then just have a listen to it, because it is more of how you feel it, as well as there can be some suggestions added from somebody else who has a knowledge probably. And by this way we can actually develop different styles or different fusions,
Right.
that has Indian taste as well as the Western music taste.
Okay, perfect.
I just want to take a moment and share with you about Jaago College Bootcamp. It's a 30 days residential training program where you come and live with us. It's a place where lives are transformed, and here students learn humility, grow in skill, and grow in community, go deeper in devotion with God. Whether you are a singer, a songwriter, a music producer, or a filmmaker, or just an individual who wants to learn and serve God with excellence, this is a place for you. And here's the exciting part. In the boot camp, students go on to write 7 to 8 original songs and produce it in just 30 days. It is not just theory, it's a hand-on, heart-first learning. We run 2 boot camps in a year, Spring Boot Camp in the month of April and Autumn Boot Camp in the month of October. We also host online boot camps and special editions throughout the year. All the latest details are in the description below. Do check it out. If you feel the nudge, don't wait. Register today and become India's next champion breed. Okay, so the person who is just starting as a songwriter, here are a few advices. The first thing is, as you start, I think you should listen more.
Okay.
Because this is the very common problem that most of the songwriters have when they start, is they start a song and then they run out of content. Okay, for an example, if you have 4 lines, you write it, it is coming, okay, you are writing, but once you stop, then you don't have anything to write. So in songwriting there is a tool called research. There is a tool called research. For an example, if I want to write a song on miracle,
Okay.
so I'll just do some research, read some stories of the Bible, and also and it is very easy work. It doesn't require, because you will have content everywhere.
Okay.
If you are listening a testimony,
Correct.
that is also content.
Very true.
And if you are somebody sharing their stories, it is also content. And the Bible already has a lot of stories of feeling.
Yes.
So when I have a lot of content, then I would not run out of lines when I sit to write. So this is the very first advice. Second advice is, writing should become your habit.
Okay.
One of your habit.
Right.
The way you brush your teeth every day in the morning, the way you have your tea in a day,
Right.
the way you have many other works, you should actually take some time. It can be your comfortable time. But sit and write something, even though sometimes you may not get something, but just try something, so that why this is, it will help you to be a constant writer, and you will not be a you, you will not be a writer who writes only when you
Occasionally,
feel like
when
to
you feel like it,
occasionally.
yeah.
No. If you do it every day, then
Becomes a habit.
you'll be like, you can write anytime.
Even if it's forced. I mean,
Yes.
yes, it builds a habit.
Yes. Since you already write it, so there would always be ideas flowing.
It's like going to the gym. Even if
Very
when you
much.
don't feel like going, it's like discipline, and it's discipline and consistency that over time helps you be in shape or get that body that you're aiming for.
Yes, the perfect example. Since songwriting is also a kind of muscle, the more you train it,
Correct.
the more stronger it becomes.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so it is very much true. So this is the second advice that I would like to give. The third advice that I would say, which is sometimes tough, take others' opinion. Because like this is something very common that most of the songwriters, when they start writing, they feel, okay, I've done a very good job.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't need anybody's
No,
opinion.
yeah.
See, it is not a criticism to anybody, but the problem here is when you are not open to the suggestions, you are not open to explore.
Okay.
The more you take others' suggestion, you'll be able to write good songs, because every writer will have a different perspective to the same line.
Very true.
Every writer would definitely have something to add to it.
Yes.
So their advices, the other people's advices in the very early days of your writing journey will actually give you a lot of different perspectives
Right.
that you do not have within yourself, but people have it. And when you take their advices, then you're also having those things. So that helps you to build a really good songwriting journey where you can, by the time like few months and years, you can become an excellent writer.
Wow. Super, Pastor. I mean, I personally know some people who have written more than 300 songs, and out of that, only just 10 or 15% of the songs have been released. But it's like a daily habit or discipline that they've been writing over all these years, and they have like, agar kal koi gana release karna hai, go back to your notes, they have like 300 songs lying there, and according to different scenarios, according to different emotions, उस हिसाब से अलग अलग गाने लिखे. अगर कल कोई गाना release करना है, there are songs available. I know some people like that, and I mean, yeah, very true, very insightful, Pastor. So my next question is, can you explain the differences between writing for praise, high praise and worship songs?
Okay. So in order to explain this particular thing, that the difference between, we can also say that the difference between a praise song and a worship song, and how we approach it as a writer, how we approach these two categories. Actually, these two are different categories.
Okay. I personally want to know the difference between praise and high praise. So,
Okay.
how can we differentiate between that?
Praise and high praise is exactly same. Okay, yeah. The thing is, there are praise songs which are not so high in energy,
Okay.
but they do not fall into worship category.
Can we have an example?
Yeah, definitely. We will have an example. For an example, if you listen to the song 10,000 Reasons,
Okay.
it's a praise song, not a worship song.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, now I want to know the difference between the three.
Yes, definitely. In order to know the difference, I would like to talk about I would say three steps to identify the difference, which we can also call like FTL.
Okay.
What is this FTL?
Yeah.
The F stands for focus.
Okay.
Okay. So the praise song actually focuses on the God's character and attributes. Okay, God's character, attributes, or the I would say gratitude towards who God is.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, the main focus of the lyrics, the main focus of the mind preparation when you are writing a praise song. Okay. T stands for tone. Now, most of the praise songs are high energy songs or upbeat songs because they kind of have a feel of joy, encouragement. So the tone is like that.
Okay.
And the focus while writing, that means the last thing, L, which stands for lyrics.
Okay.
We try to focus on the deeds of God. For an example, how God healed,
Okay.
how God
Saved.
saved, how God separated the Red Sea.
Right.
The miracles, more of the
Miracles,
miracles or the attributes or the greatness of God. At the same time, if I'm talking about worship songs
Right.
and putting these three things, FTL, the focus would be more on, I would say the focus for the worship songs would be more on surrendering, where you are surrendering to God. Here I am. I surrender my will. I surrender. So it is more of reverence, surrender,
Right.
and a deeper, intense relationship. Okay, so yeah, like I'll definitely give you an example.
Yeah, please.
You would not find, okay, you would find some people during the worship who just wait for worship to finish.
Okay.
But you will find another people who are like, they don't even know where they are, but they are just soaked in the presence. So because they are able to step into that deeper sense of worship,
Right. Right.
reverence or surrendering stuff. But in the praise, you will find everybody dancing.
Yeah.
You will find everybody dancing.
Correct.
So the worship is kind of, you can say, a step which is a next step to go into the more deeper side of it when you're worshiping the Lord. And if I talk about the tones, so most of the worship songs are slow because there is a particular
Slow
reason
tempo,
for that. So that whatever we are singing, we're just not singing, we are feeling it.
Okay.
We're able to धन्यवाद के साथ स्तुति गाऊंगा. So we all know when we sing these songs.
Right.
चंगा करता है, तू राज करे. When we sing these songs, we are actually like,
Okay.
every word is actually.
Okay.
And the focus is, as I told you again, the focus would be more on the majesty of God, the glory of God, the greatness of God, the holiness of God.
So just to recap, FTL, focus,
Yes, tone and
lyrics. And praise and high praise is more of like
these are almost same songs, but
Yes.
Probably a different tempo,
tempo,
a different
higher
tempo,
higher tempo,
higher tempo, and a
yes.
mid tempo. You can call it.
Okay. And worship songs are slower tempo.
Slower tempo. Focuses more on the reverence
Yes.
and the surrendering part, which is more personal.
Okay. And
Okay,
praise.
I can just say like that. In praise, we talk more about God, who God is.
Okay.
In the worship, we talk more of God.
Okay. Can we have an example about, you said praise is about God. We're singing about God. So any one line.
One line you can say that if I talk about a praise song, that मैं चिल्लाकर गाऊंगा,
Okay.
चिल्लाकर गाऊंगा. If it starts like it is more of joy song, right? तो मैं चिल्लाकर गाऊंगा. और यीशु तेरा नाम can be one of the song.
Okay, yeah.
बीमारी से, गरीबी से. It is more. It talks about more of the God's character.
Okay.
Character who heals you.
Heals.
Who heals. But as compared to यीशु मसीह तेरे जैसा है कोई नहीं. It talks more about like you are personally saying that I just worship you, like because you
of
have
who you are.
sacrificed.
Okay, right.
You have sacrificed yourself for me. यीशु मसीह तेरे जैसा ही कोई नहीं. And प्यारे पिता तूने हमसे इतना प्यार किया, मुझे पापों से छुड़ाने को अपने बेटे को कुर्बान किया. So it is more of where you are understanding God on a personal level, like probably you can say the personal encounter, where God is not just intellectual to you, it is more of personal to you.
Right. Wow. you can answer it in a line, or you can just give a deep, detailed explanation as well. So like when I started the entire question, I myself did not know. Like you mentioned 10,000 reasons. Until today, I thought it's like a worship song. That's what my understanding was. So, me being someone who's not an expert in your field, songwriting, would never know the difference. So, as a new songwriter who are like just learning, they seek rahe hai, how can they know the difference? What are some things that they need to keep in mind so they understand that okay, मैं जो गाना लिख रहा हूँ ये purely praise है, ये purely praise, high praise hai, and this song I'm writing is purely worship. You mentioned about attributes, you mentioned about deeds, but like what are some pointers that new songwriters need to keep in mind?
Actually, we can use the same formula that I told you. To be honest, yeah. FTL, we can use the same formula because that helps us to exactly stick to what we are writing.
Right.
Because sometimes you start with something and you end up somewhere
Exactly.
else. So that's why, like whenever my students, whenever they start writing a song, the first thing that I ask them to do is choose the right approach. So before you start anything, you have to have the approach. Okay, what am I going to write? Is it going to be a slow song? It is going to be a worship song? It is going to be a praise song? Actually, by the way, there are more categories. Okay.
Yes, that's why I mentioned
more categories.
Some more categories, something else. That's why I mentioned.
Yeah, it is. Is it I'm going to write a motivational song? Either I'm going to write a patriotic song. Either I'm going to write a prophetic song.
Okay.
If either I'm going to write a folk song. If I'm going to write a bhajan. So first of all, you have to take the approach. Okay, this is where I'm heading, and then you can use these three tools, because every time you write, you will have drafts. And every time you write a draft, you just take these three things.
Am I sticking to these three
Yes.
things? FTL.
Yes. You check there and you move forward with that.
Wow. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. Let's move on to translations. Songs in other languages. And originality in translations. We have come across a lot of songs which have been translated. I don't know the approach, but you cannot just type the lyrics onto a platform and get like a direct translation. It loses its essence. But I mean, while translating gospel songs in today's day and age in many different languages, every language has its own complexity, its own tone, जैसे sound करता है. For example, for me, I have personally started reading Urdu Bible, and because I really love how the entire language, how like some words, उनके pronunciations, वो कैसे sound करता है, really very much admire and appreciate the way it sounds Urdu. अगर हमें किसी गाने को एक अलग language में translate करना है, there's an existing song, but to keep honor the originality and keep the original spirit of the song alive, how can we translate songs into other different languages?
Yes. I think before we do anything, let's be very clear why we are translating the song.
Okay.
Whenever you translate a song, there can be few reasons of it. First, either you like it.
Okay. Yes.
You like it. Okay. You like the way the transition is happening in the melody, or either there is a part that you feel connected, something like this. Or that song has blessed you.
Okay.
And you just do not want that blessing to be just still you, but you want that blessing to reach out to some of your people who cannot understand the song in the same language that you are able to.
Wow.
So these can be the reasons. So there is one thing that you have to be clear about, that when you are translating a song, okay, that song has blessed you the way it is.
After the translation.
No, the original song
Yes.
has blessed you.
Okay.
So the lyrics that are there has that blessing.
Okay.
The original song carries the blessing.
Yes.
So when you translate it, if you are not able to keep the originality of the song,
The spirit of the song.
spirit of the song, that means you are somewhere also missing out the blessing that song is
So
bringing.
how can we understand that okay the spirit is missing? वो कैसे समझ में आ सकता है?
Okay. We have a balance between singability
Yes.
and the literal meaning.
So by singability you mean like for a vocalist or in church?
Okay. By the singability is the way the song goes with the tune or the words.
Okay.
For an example, most of the times the songwriters have this temptation to use the words which are not in the exact meaning but fits well in the tune.
Okay.
Like if for an example, if there is a song, Goodness of God, if we can take the example, all my life you have been faithful. So we have the tune already.
Okay.
So in order to put the word which has the same meaning might take some more time or research or change the words in it, but you might have some of the words which has 30% of the same meaning, but that it sounds very good when it is fit in the melody.
Yeah.
So this is a temptation sometimes. So you don't go to find more accurate word
Okay. Okay.
to make it sound more original,
Right.
and you use that. But then again, the originality is missing. So we keep the balance between singability. The words are singable enough, easy to sing, but has the original essence or the originality of the song.
Okay.
Because we are just translating, we are not creating a new song with the same tune. So keeping this balance will help you out to keep the originality of the song
In
and
different
carry
languages.
the blessing and the spirit of the song
Wow.
at the same time.
Okay. So just recapping, singability and
Literal meaning of the song.
literal meaning of the song. Okay. So that's how this helps if any of us are doing a translation to keep the original spirit, originality of the
Definitely.
song intact. Okay.
Definitely.
Great, Pastor. Great. So, you being a songwriter, have you ever faced any challenge like this? Like you mentioned, temptation to fit in a certain word so that it just sounds well, but it's not giving its true essence. So, I mean, if yes,
Yes.
how did you overcome it? If no, I mean, you can still, we'd still love to hear about it.
Yeah. By the way, yes, I have been in that particular situation where I have the word and it is not very accurate, but I'm not able to find the very accurate word for the same particular part. So it always tempts, अरे चल जाएगा थोड़ा बहुत तो अलग है, थोड़ा तो मिल ही रहा है ना. But then what usually I do, if I stuck somewhere for some time, I'll leave that part.
Okay.
I'll work on some other part.
Acha. The same song, some
Same
other part.
song.
Okay.
Because even in the translation, you would have drafts.
Right.
So every time you sit on a draft, there would be usually like the one draft would be the very literal, second would be the singable and literal aspect, the third would be the polishing draft. So you would have a place to always work in the translated version. So if I'm stucking somewhere, I'll give myself time because I know I can go ahead with this, but it is not satisfying me because I know the meaning is compromised somewhere. I'm not able to deliver the meaning, and I cannot do this with the song because it'll become a new song then.
Okay.
So I give myself some time. Either even after this, even after that, if I'm not able to find, then I will definitely take somebody's help whom I think yes, he can help me out, or somebody other songwriter who can help me out in this, because he might have the thought, right? So these two things that I do: first, I give myself time. Even after this I'm not able to do it, then I will take somebody's help who can help me out.
Perfect, Pastor.
Yeah.